Understanding our world has never been more necessary, and it's never been more urgent to bring that understanding out in public debate in new ways that are compelling, engaging, and help people gain new perspective on shared global problems. In the University of Pittsburgh's Department of History, researchers use interdisciplinary methods and international partnerships to create new knowledge about the world's interconnected past, and they bring their findings into public debate in exciting new ways.
I got into writing history coming out of the movements of the 1960s and 1970s, which demanded a new kind of history, a broader, deeper history, one that included working people, people of African descent, women. So what I've wanted to do is to recover the lost history of people's struggles. How did people fight back against the slave trade? How did people fight back against the oppressive conditions on ships? And I feel that if we can recover those histories, we get not only a better sense of how things happened in the past, we can even recover some of the lost dreams of people of the past who have been left out of most of the histories as they've been written for so long.
What I'm particularly interested in is how human phenomena changed at the large scale and the long term. How people occupied places on the Earth's surface, how they transformed them, and how states and societies left some kind of evidence of themselves in the past based on how spatial arrangements were transformed. So this is such an exciting time to be a historian. I feel like with all of the new technologies and the openness to collaboration and new forms of publication, it's really allowing all of us to do work that's exciting, and I really encourage all of my students to make themselves visible internationally, really to travel anywhere that their research takes them, and I think that's incredibly important.
The history I do is relevant because we live, again, unfortunately, in a world where ethnic tension and national tension actually runs high. And this is nothing new. We have gone through this in the 20th century, and we have gone through this with enormous losses in life and enormous suffering. We don't want to repeat that. And I think for that reason, it is so important to understand how nationalism functions and what are the reasons for nationalism. I take students to Berlin to learn something about themselves and about the societies they come from by looking at that societies actually from outside, by engaging with another society and realizing through this process how specific the society is they come from. We need people who understand what it means to live in a world that grows together.
In June 2015, 9 African Americans were tragically killed at a historic Black church in Charleston, South Carolina. And we decided that it would be important to create a public reading list to really shed light on not only the history, but also current understandings of race relations in the United States. And we started using the hashtag Charleston Syllabus, asking other educators to just tweet out books, articles, any other resources that would help inform anyone interested in knowing more about the history in order to contextualize what was taking place. It just went in directions that we didn't even imagine, and eventually a book based on that. So this is a very exciting time to be a historian, not only because there's just so many interesting things taking place at this particular moment, but also because there's so many fascinating avenues, such as Twitter, that we can use to share our work, but also to engage with members of the general public.
In our innovative graduate program in International, Trans-Regional, and Global History, students learn interdisciplinary methods they can apply to conduct cutting-edge research on our world's interconnected past. And they embrace new ways of bringing that knowledge out to the public, building understanding of our complex world.